Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm living here in Luxembourg now for 10 years, and I started riding my bike everywhere because of my son. So since 9 years now, over 9 years, I'm riding my bike everywhere.
Yeah, fantastic. And Luxembourg, is it getting more friendly to riding bikes?
Especially Luxembourg City is getting more friendly to riding bike over here. And I think the government wants to promote it everywhere in the country, but not everywhere it's possible to do this. But besides, we have little villages where you don't have anything nearby, like grocery stores, shops like this. So it's quite a distance to go to the next shop. But they try to change it. And also, we do have free transportation, so free trains, free buses. Everything is free.
Is free.
So you can go nearly everywhere with the bus. And they come not quite as regularly in some villages, but especially in the cities or bigger towns, they come quite regularly.
And you were telling me that the street that you lived on initially there was like a little car-free zone too, and that kind of led to the decision of doing
because
a bike.
it was much more easier to go there with a small infant and groceries with a bike and a trailer instead of just holding everything around for 1 kilometer or something like this. So it was really easy then with the bike.
It was practical and pragmatic.
Yes.
Yes. I love it. Okay, let's go out and explore.
Yes, sure.
Yay. And away we go.
So this bikeway is really new.
Okay.
They built it like, I don't know, they started building it I think 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
And it's now finished since, I don't know, 2 years or so. And it's really practical if you want to go from everywhere else in the city up here. But it's quite complicated to go to the other streets that surrounds here. Some streets are better equipped with bicycle infrastructure and some not so well. But they try to change it. Especially this big road. It was a few years ago before they start changing it. It was like, I think 3 or 4 lanes, just one direction. And it was really busy every day. And it was just traffic jams everywhere. And then they changed it because of the tram system. And then they narrowed it down to 1 lane. Oh, no.
And this, of course, leads right to the train station.
Yes, and it leads also through there. On the other side, there's a new part that they have tried to establish. And they also have the tram going up there.
Nice.
So to further have a distance with the tram system. Because the first gare, so the main train station, was the main hub where everyone was going and leaving from. And I'm noticing we've got our bike signals here. And I'm trying to figure out what they're holding us up for. Probably the pedestrians. I think pedestrians also, they have it synchronized with the buses. So we go when the buses are going. So when there's green for pedestrians, they can go over there and we don't have to disturb them. They don't have to disturb us as bicyclists. You're kind of noticing that for two-way traffic, it's a little narrow, but it's, I'm sure, you know. Just for buses, there are no cars out on the street besides the ones that are residential. And it's actually just for the buses. And it's quite narrow. Sometimes you have buses that go over here, and one that comes from there, and they sometimes don't fit. So they have to back up, and then 3 buses behind, they have to back up again. So we go this way.
Okay, fantastic. can see very lighter, quicker, cheaper installations. That's nicely done. Lighter, we call that the lighter, quicker, cheaper.
Yes.
You know, you just...
It was established in the pandemic. They established it in the pandemic. And they did not change it besides the paint on the ground.
Right, yeah.
We do have green.
Yep.
And they do have like sensors. That sensor if the bike is coming.
Okay.
So it's quite nice because they have a pressure point where you can say I'm here and begging for getting over there.
Yeah.
But
in reality it knows.
Mostly you don't need to press anything. It's just like they have like I think it's a motion sensor, but sometimes also in the ground.
Right.
So they notice when there's a bike coming.
Yeah.
Not everywhere it's well done, but most of the times, especially this alley, is quite good.
Right. And 10 years ago, I'm guessing this didn't exist.
No, there was nothing here. The streets were actually ending, so for the pedestrians where the trees are. And this one was actually a car lane.
Yeah. So this is a pretty relatively new. When did this one get done?
With the other one, it was like in one go. From the bridge we are going to the main train station. It was in one go. They did everything. Like at first they built the tram lines, and then they narrowed the street and also put the sidewalk bigger. And
fantastic. Okay, and I think we're green.
Yeah, we're green.
Yeah, we're. we didn't have our normal signal right at our.
It was much higher there.
Yeah, it was much higher there.
Yeah, from here on it's normally much higher.
Yeah.
And the government do have a plan for 2035.
Yeah.
Where they want everyone to live in the 15-minute cities.
Okay.
So where you have, where you can reach everything that you need in 15 minutes by foot or by bike.
Right. And with building out the network and the transit, that could be very much doable.
Yes, I hope so.
Yeah.
But the city is like the playing ground for the government, and everything else is outside. It depends on the government over there. So and the mayor and everyone there to agree on something to do. Right. And sometimes we do have like streets in every municipality where you where the country is the owner of the street, and not the city. And when this happens, they have much more freedom to say what to do there.
Ah, okay. And we saw a nice little curve there. It was very obvious what we were doing. Yeah, oh yeah. Nice.
And now we go down. It's quite narrow.
Okay.
And there's a really steep curve.
Okay.
Careful, if somebody comes.
Yeah.
I think this bridge you saw already in some pictures.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was renewed.
Yeah.
Around 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Okay.
They had it's an old structure.
Yeah.
And beforehand, you had to go upstairs, and they had a really narrow sidewalk for people.
Right.
So for pedestrians to go there, no way for a bike to cross over there.
Yeah.
And then they were told, yeah, you have to renew the bridge because it's so old.
Yeah.
And when they did this, they made this really, really nice
wow.
bridge underneath the bridge.
A hanging bridge underneath the bridge.
The only problem is always it's quite dark at the entrance and the beginning.
Yeah.
So I think this is something that should be changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But otherwise, it's really nice.
Yeah.
And maybe the steep hill at the end is not so points.
Yep.
Where you have to make contact so the lights know that you are there.
Right.
And we are entering now the big green belt from the city on top of the plateau.
Okay.
And beforehand, you could not ride in there with a bike. It was forbidden. But now they made everywhere signs, and they have also an expressway outside of the green belt.
Okay.
So then you can go really fast because there's nobody else.
Right.
Because sometimes because this is the bicycle path.
Okay.
But sometimes here on the bicycle path there are still people because I think they changed this also just 2 years ago.
Ah, okay.
They changed it just 2 years ago. So some people that know that you could go everywhere here without bikes don't know that this is a bicycle path now.
Right. And we've got our signs there. And again, we've got our bike signal.
Yeah, and it's already
side.
blinking,
It's
so
blinking.
it knows that we are there. And
There we go.
green.
And boom. Pretty efficient.
Yes. So we go the right way again. It's the bike path.
And it seems like people have really embraced this for their utilitarian trips.
Yes, especially in the city, yes.
Yeah.
And most of the youth, so teenagers, they renting a lot of the city bikes.
Yeah.
They're also electric.
Yeah.
So it's quite easy for them to go around with them.
Right,
Because
right.
sometimes the bus is slower than you are with a bike.
Yeah.
Especially if you can like take a shortcut like the green belt.
Right.
And they're quite fast sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
And every bike has like a basket in front of it.
Right.
So you can hold everything that you need.
Right.
The only thing I'm missing is like a cargo bike where you can put your kids in it in front or behind.
Right.
Because if you come into the city with your kids and you don't have a cargo bike over there, you have to take the bus either, go by foot, or bring your own bike.
Yeah.
This is the reason why I do have this bike, because it fits into the train.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it fits into the train.
Nice. And they're fine with you bringing it onto the train as long as the train's not too crowded, or?
Yes.
Nice.
They have nowadays signs in the train.
Okay.
Oh, we have actually to go over there.
Okay.
Sorry.
Our route.
This one.
This one.
The expressway.
This one is the expressway.
Yeah. And they put this in also in the pandemic.
Okay.
This bikeway.
Yeah. Look at the rail there. Yeah.
Yes, and it stands still then.
Yeah.
So since 2020 it's like this. And it's really nice. You just have sometimes pedestrians that walk here.
Right.
But mostly not, because it's not inside of the green belt.
Right.
In the park itself.
In the park itself, yeah. I'll swing the camera around and you can see where the pedestrians are walking. It's a beautiful environment over there. Very nice. But yeah, nice traffic calmed area. This street is not very busy.
Yes.
Not very fast. So this is wonderful.
Yeah, we're really good separated from cars.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's really wide, as you can see.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
front of us. It's really, really wide.
Now I wonder if the city, how they'll make that permanent, what they'll do.
I don't know. I think this is their permanent solution. I don't
For now,
think
yeah.
they're going to change it for now.
Yeah, yeah. What they've done down by the train station leads me to believe that they're very dedicated to doing good infrastructure. So
yes,
it looks like I wouldn't be surprised if they do come up with something. But this is pretty robust. It's not like, you know, even though this is a quick build, quick solution, this is a very robust, quick solution. Yeah. And here it ends.
Yeah, it ends, but we're going left over there.
All right. Very nice.
And then we go left.
good.
And then I show you something. When they started to build it, I was just like, who needs this? Who's going to need this? And now I'm using it every time I'm in the city.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going over here?
Yeah. And in we go. So this is a shared use path.
Yes.
Excellent.
With some really nice structures in
Yeah, yeah. Architectural.
Pardon?
There we go.
Here's also a counter for bikes
Okay.
in the ground, but I don't know where they display it or if they display it.
Yeah.
Now we have to push the bike.
Ah.
I know most of the people don't push the bike.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's a long way to go over there.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's quite nice.
And obviously, if there were no pedestrians present, and you're riding at a slow speed, you could probably get away with it, no problem.
And if you're really cautious, it's normally fine.
Yeah, yeah.
And
but the views are amazing.
yes, it's because we do have like a plateau up here.
Yeah.
And then it's surrounded by this, how do you say it? A deep valley.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's the old city. It's the old city up and down there.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can see, oh, maybe we go over there to the window.
Okay.
Really nice view.
Yeah. That's fun. And this is always fun too.
My son was on it today and he was like, I didn't even know that there was glass on the ground. I didn't notice this.
Oh, he never noticed it before.
No, because normally we just leave and go straight into the park.
Yeah, yeah.
And never go here because we are so often.
Yeah, yeah. That's great.
And our next stop is over there, the train station. Do you see it? The elevated train station.
Oh, yeah.
It's also quite new.
Okay.
And there is a surprise waiting for us.
Oh, good. Nice. I like surprises.
You notice in the wall over there the holes?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
These are the casematas.
Okay.
It's a tunnel system under the city. It's really, really big. They used it for defense. And because it is so big and it goes all down here under the city, really, it's I don't know how much it was before, but it's now around just 10 kilometers. This is still open. They had to close it before they could enter into the EU because they said, if you don't close it, you never will be conquered. So because Luxembourg is one of the countries like Switzerland that says we are neutral.
Right, right, right.
So they said you have to close it, otherwise you're not neutral at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it. That's pretty funny.
It's really nice, especially if you go there in summertime.
Yeah.
It's cold. It's so
it's
cold.
Nice and cool in there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so great.
And you do have a lot of relics to see and pathways to go. It's really labyrinth underneath there.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. And of course, you know, you guys did join the EU, of course, and in fact, the city is one of 3, I think, major cities, including Brussels and Strasbourg, and
It's you can see the European Parliament over there.
Ah, yeah.
The glass dome, the small one. Yeah. You can see there.
Yeah, yeah.
And with the Netherlands and Belgium, Luxembourg was one of the founders from the idea of the EU.
Got it.
Because they were the first 3 nations to join, to go freely around and have treaty pacts like this where you can exchange it.
Yeah.
It's really important for Luxembourg because it's so small.
Right.
A lot of things have to be imported into the country.
Right, right.
So it heightens the prices, especially if you have everywhere border controls.
Yes.
So it was really a major thing to join.
Yeah.
And then they joined. They were one of the founders from the EU.
Right.
Actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Ici, tu fais chez notre. Néné, t'as été un moment où je t'avais rien vite. Et je te redonnais.
Ça va, Néné, ton Norvège?
Tara est rentrée là. Elle va commencer son alternance chez EDF à la rentrée.
Ah, bien.
À Aix.
À Aix-en-Provence?
Ouais.
Non.
Si. Elle est contente.
Chouette. Beau, Aix. Tu vas pouvoir aller balader.
Pretty fast.
Yes. Here it's this place. How fast it is.
Yeah, that was very impressive.
But you don't get, I do not get this gut feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
You know when
It's so smooth. Yeah, yeah. It's quick, but it's not. It doesn't have that droppy feel. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have this drop down like in a roller coaster or
Yeah.
in other lifts.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think it's also because it's quite new
Right.
and maybe have a better infrastructure in it.
Yeah.
So we go straight on, but we have to look there.
Okay.
Those buses come. There we go.
That's great. And I noticed a modal filter there, so there's a
Yeah.
baller that raises up and down.
Yes, and it's just open for people living over there and for buses.
Okay. Now we are on our traditional cobbles.
Yes, because it's the old city.
Yeah, it's the old
And
city.
We have also a castle over there. We go
Okay.
underneath one of the big gates.
Okay.
So we go over there.
Okay.
There you can see some of the ruins of the, I think it's the castle wall.
Mm-hmm. And again, this is a 30-kilometer-per-hour zone.
Yes. And we are allowed to, as two bicyclists,
Okay.
to ride beside each other.
Okay, good.
And cars do have to take measurements to have the distance from 1.5 meters to us.
Okay.
And even on outside the city streets, they have to take measurements for 2 meters.
Wonderful.
But it's not like everybody is
Yeah, yeah.
doing this. So, and we're just nearly there.
Certainly, the more that they see people out, especially families out, you know, hopefully they'll, you know,
Hopefully
they'll
not
be,
everybody.
yeah,
A little bit further inside,
yeah.
there's another lift. We
Oh,
go
okay.
up again.
Nice.
And we do have luck.
Yeah. Good timing.
Yeah. Nee. Alles gut bei dir? So we are
Right.
leaving.
Here we go. Ah.
This one was built together with this train station
Yeah.
just a few years ago.
Wow. And this is our funicular.
Yes. And it comes quite regularly and it does have a lot of space and
Yeah.
a nice view if you're inside.
Yeah.
And it does connect this train station to the financial district.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
a lot of people are taking this when they go working.
Working, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this becomes part of their commute
Yes.
to be able to do that.
And everybody was asking at first, why do you need this for this short of a distance? But I think it helps a lot
Right.
because
Yeah, yeah.
otherwise normally you had before this go to the main train station and then take a bus through the whole city to go up the
Yeah.
steepest mountains.
Yeah, yeah.
Und da hinten filmen. Ja, und dann den Film zeigen.
Yeah, the first few times you did not have the podcast yet.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
And it followed after this. After
the podcast started out as audio only.
Yes.
In early 2020, and then but then I started doing the video podcasts with that starting in 2021. So yeah. Well, cool. Well, thank you for following. That's great.
Sure.
All right. Lunchtime. And we can see out this way is the bike share bikes. Where they check those out. Also a really nice feature here, we've got a drinking fountain. That's a really cool feature. I'm just admiring the drinking fountain too.
Yeah.
So.
They have nearly on every playground that you have drinking fountains for the children. And a few years ago they were all like clowns, where you had to push the red nose together. But I think most of the places they changed it now because some find the clowns really creepy.
Yeah, they're pretty creepy. So transit, of course, is free here in the city.
Yes.
How about the bike share? Is that also?
The bike share is just free for the first 30 minutes.
Okay.
But 30 minutes you get really far because it's electric bikes.
Yeah.
It's really easy to go far places.
Right.
But after the 30 minutes you have to pay. But you can also just leave it there.
Dock it. Check out another one. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
And they do have it everywhere, and they do have special trucks to hold them around, because in some places they do have a lot of them accumulating, and then other places there are none. And you can see on the app which places does have a bike and how fully charged they are. I think you have also to take the app to unlock them. To get one. But they do have this, I think now more than 15 years. So they have a long time. And now I think the last few years they're fully electric. So every bike is electric. Before this it was not electric, and sometimes it was quite difficult to climb some of the mountains.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course we see the little bike locker there too.
Yeah, but for this you need a card.
Okay, yeah.
It's coupled with the trains.
Okay.
And before the trains were free, you could also use your train card to unlock them. But you had to do something special to do so.
Right, yeah. And there's plenty of other outdoor parking, bike parking over here too.
Yes, over here especially, yes.
Okay.
In other parts of the city it's lacking some outdoor parking. But I think it depends on how far they build it out, because this part, they built the whole street. They built out I think 5 or 6 years ago. When they were building the tram section over here. I think this one was one of the first sections that they built. Because it's a financial district, a lot of people commute over here. And they wanted to change it because we do have on the top of the mountain, we do have the access from the highway. But it was so overcrowded at times that you would stand there like for 1 hour.
It's like why are we doing this?
Yes, exactly. And they want to do a high-speed tram network to the border of France. So that the people that come from over there can go directly to the city. And I don't know when it will be finished. But we'll see.
Well, speaking of standing, we should probably get rolling, right?
Yes.
All right. Let me see, we've got some new infrastructure here too.
Bridge on this side. You can also use the other side. It's both 2 ways.
Oh, okay.
It's really nice because sometimes you don't want to go on this side, but on this side, depending on where you want to go.
Okay, right.
So we're going
this way.
The other ones, no.
Oh, yeah, we have to go that way. Yeah, because that's pedestrian there. There we go. Okay. Nice. And so we're up elevated now.
Yes.
And because we came up that funicular, and now we're going over a tall bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is one of the most famous bridges in Luxembourg City.
Okay.
It's the Red Bridge.
Ah.
We saw it already.
Yeah, we saw it from the
lift.
underneath. Yeah.
And it's so famous because it connects the main city to the financial district and the European Parliament building.
Right. Right.
So,
Very nice. Sure. Get up.
Yes.
I usually keep it in sport mode.
Yeah. We do take now a shortcut.
Okay.
So, because I do like this
Okay.
part of the... Now we follow this young lady in front of us.
All right. Such delightful paths.
Yes, I do like
Very
the
nice.
wooden touch on it.
Yeah.
Of course, we're actually in the air,
Yeah.
so there's no ground beneath
Right.
us. But a bridge. Yeah, and I think you remember this
Yeah.
structure.
Yeah. I do remember
We're
that.
going now over
Very
there.
nice. Very nice. We'll go single file here. And what's the significance of this building?
This is an retirement home.
Okay. Very
as
nice.
Far as I know.
It's a beautiful one.
Yes. Do you like to see some older bike paths
Sure.
that connect the whole country?
Sure.
We do have the right of way, but
Okay.
most people don't follow.
The bus driver
Yes.
led the charge. Good job, bus driver.
Most of the bus drivers know that they have to hold there. So
Yes.
they hold.
And again, this is an absolutely beautiful day today, and we could see that right out here. Folks are enjoying the sun. It's warm, but not too hot. Yeah, soaking up the sun.
Yes, this place is quite popular
Yeah.
with teenagers
Yeah,
to come here, but also nowadays also with families to
Yeah.
have a picnic up here.
yeah, yeah.
And a few days ago,
Mhm.
you can see the remnants of.
Oops,
Sorry,
okay,
we
this
have to
way.
go there.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
A few days ago,
Mm-hmm.
they had a public viewing over there for the last month because of the European Championship,
Ah,
the football matches.
Oh,
They were
right,
public
right.
viewed over there.
yeah. Fantastic. Yes, I'll have to watch the Dutch-England game tonight.
Oh, it's still going.
Yes.
But I don't know why they put the screens down.
Yeah.
I
Probably.
myself,
Well, yeah, true. It's because, and I think France might still be in it too. Yeah.
I just know that Luxembourg was never in the European Championship.
Yeah.
Never.
They didn't make it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'll have to figure out a
But
place
we
to watch
do
it
have
tonight.
so many people in Luxembourg City especially
Right.
that are multicultural.
Right.
They come from all over the world.
Right. Yeah.
And it's quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
The last few years you see much more families riding around.
Yeah.
Before that, most of the time it were like sports cyclists
Yeah.
with their sports clothes and lycra.
Yeah.
And nowadays you do have much more families and people with casual clothes, also with work clothes,
Right.
riding bikes,
Yeah.
and also more cargo bikes.
Right.
Because when I was searching for a cargo bike, I think I never saw one.
Right. Where did you have to go to get the turn?
Here into the city.
Okay.
There's just one dealer for
Yep,
Turn in
yep.
the whole country,
Okay.
and I went there.
Excellent. It's great that Turn has a dealer here locally. That's good.
Yeah, they actually do have two,
Okay.
and one is close at the place where we live,
Uh-huh.
but they were not allowed to get the GSD.
Oh.
They just have the HSD
Yeah.
and the folding bikes.
Yeah.
But the other dealer is the main dealer.
Okay.
And he was like, no, I reserved the right for the GSD.
Okay, so you got the GSD from the other one.
Yeah, because I do have two children.
Yeah.
And they're quite a big
No,
age gap.
the GSD is definitely the right move on that. Yeah. And this is just absolutely beautiful here. Obviously the path is a little narrow given the amount of foot traffic and bike traffic, but it's good.
Yeah, but as I said, this one was never intended for bikes to ride on it in the first place, so it was normally just foot traffic over here.
Right.
And we do have a lot of big playgrounds over here too.
Right, yeah, swing
and
over
it's really
here.
nice to go here with children.
Yeah.
And it's quite
Oh, look at that. A big
quiet.
old, there's a big old pirate ship over there.
Really big water playground is actually.
Nice.
My kids went there just before we met.
Ah, very good, very good. Excellent. So that's has to be very, very gratifying for you as somebody who has been doing this for about a decade to see other families starting to do cargo bikes and starting to get out as well.
Yes.
That's got to be
It's really
cool.
nice to see that.
Yeah. You don't feel like you're so weird anymore.
Yes, but sometimes with a cargo bike you still feel weird. Especially if you go there with this on the train.
Yeah. But definitely when you start to see more families doing the same thing, it starts to really normalize the activity.
Yeah, and we do now get also cycling streets.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a big famous one here now, right?
There's a big famous one.
Yeah, the cycling street. Yeah.
I know a few cycling streets, but I don't know if the one
I think there's a new one, right?
Yes, but it's not in the city.
Oh.
You mean the
It's a long
high one, the long one?
I don't know. Is it that what it is?
There is one in the south of the country.
Oh,
that
okay.
Connects the university district with one of the biggest cities in the country. And it's really famous. So we're back at the bridge.
Okay. Again, we'll be on a nice curb protected, separated.
No.
Oh no, on the street. Oh.
We're going on the street. Yes.
Oh.
I do not like it.
Oh.
Still quite new.
Oh.
But it's just like they had to do some compromises. So
on
this side,
yeah.
protected.
Yeah.
The other side,
Yeah.
is not protected.
Yeah.
So
Fail. Fail.
gut, dann gleich hier durch beschützt sozusagen sind wir da drauf und hier, der ist nur Farbe auf dem Boden.
Yeah. They should have did better. Yeah, because the pedestrians are going,
and also the cars are still
and
riding.
the cars are still riding. Yeah. Sounds like they need to do a little fine tuning with their signals.
I normally avoid this street.
Yeah.
By every cost because I don't like it to ride over here.
Yeah.
Especially when there is work traffic.
Yeah.
Because there are so many cars over here.
Yeah.
Even though I have to say, it's much less cars than a few years ago.
Right.
So a few years ago, so 10 years ago, you just have, if you're Luxembourgish and you don't live in the city but you have to cross it, you do it on Sunday because there are not so many people over here.
Right. So in the city center, you probably have like a transportation department and somebody working on the bike lanes and all of that.
You do have this also in the smaller municipalities.
Okay.
And sometimes they even ask for expert opinions.
Right.
So like the region where I live.
Yeah.
I went there a few times because I'm with For Velo.
Okay.
It's an organization that's for the bike system.
Right.
And also we do have green.
But we've got the pedestrians here. Yeah. That's neat the way they did that. Is they did have us green, but they did give us an amber flashing because they knew that pedestrians were coming across. That was pretty good. Yeah. Okay. So
the municipalities do have like their own committees that are committed to this.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do have more people for it, sometimes less, depending on what status they give the bicycle network.
Right.
And they even ask sometimes expert opinions.
Right.
Like I went there a few times for the city of Etzelbrück.
Yeah.
We do now go on a
You go up.
yes.
Nice. This is where we want it, folks.
And this is how it should be.
It should be. It should be wider though. This is very narrow for two-way. I'll have to fall behind you.
Yeah. If you want to see some sightseeing later on, over there they see, we cannot see it because the building is stopping us from seeing it.
Yeah.
Is the chalet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, not the king,
Yeah.
but the Grand Duke.
Okay.
And where it starts up where also the chamber is meeting.
Ah, okay.
So we do have to cross this street.
Okay.
But I show you something on the bridge from the top of the bridge.
Okay.
I really like.
Okay.
The kids do like it too.
And the kids like it too, huh?
And
Nice.
I hope we can see it. Because of the greenery, it might be a little problematic.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we don't get back. have really, really big skate park.
Oh.
Behind the,
Oh yeah.
near the trees.
Yeah, yeah. Between the trees here.
Von da hinten kann man mich besser sehen.
Yeah. Do you like going to the skate park? Yes. Nice.
With the scooter.
With the scooter. That works.
Turn and we go over the light.
Okay.
This one, this bridge, and this bikeway are really old.
Okay.
Not the white markings, they are new.
Yeah.
But that there is a bike path over here is really old. So I think since the last 10 years, it was here 10 years ago.
Okay. So that's pretty good. That's pretty impressive that this was already here. They were already thinking about that 10 years ago.
So
That's great. And we're going that way. Okay.
I don't know. We have to go over that path.
There it goes. They need one over on that side too. Okay, we're good.
And then we cross.
Okay.
Mama, da hoch. Nein, hier ist nicht hoch.
So you were able to get to the train station very quickly.
Yes.
So you must live very, very close or relatively close.
No, no.
Yeah.
I had some appointments with the kids in the city.
Ah, okay.
And I told them after appointment,
Yeah.
go to the park and play with the water,
Ah.
then eat something,
Yeah.
and then meet you.
Okay, good. So when you head home, how long of a bike ride will that be?
Not much.
Okay.
Because we have to go here. Because we have to go to the train station.
Okay.
Either the one we went
Yeah.
or the main train station.
Right.
And
then you'll catch a ride with the train.
Catch a ride with the train.
Ah.
And then depending
Yep.
on what kind of train I get,
Yeah.
if it's an old one,
Yeah.
I cannot take it because this bike is too big. Even
Oh.
though they do have bike places,
Yeah.
it's too heavy.
Yeah.
But if it's a new one,
Yeah.
it goes directly to our city, and we do have just like 1 or 2 minutes from the train station.
Okay.
And I go first.
Yeah.
Check it out. This one we have to take separately.
Okay.
It's really old, this left, and it goes down into the old city. But I'm too worried.
Yeah. Okay. In we go.
Was bescheiden.
What's that?
Ah, das ist gut, die Kuba.
Those are exhibitions from students.
Oh wow.
From high school students.
Yeah.
They are changing exhibitions here.
Okay.
Every time they have like, I think it's semester projects,
Mm-hmm.
and they do display them here.
Yeah.
Not only sculptures like this, but also paintings and other collages. Everything they do, they display here.
Yeah. And you can feel how cool it is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
very
really
chilly.
cool.
Yeah.
Because we are in one of the parts of the casematas. That
Yes.
was beforehand one of the tunnels.
Yeah.
And they just used it to build a lift. And I don't know how old the lift is,
Yeah.
but since I came into the city,
Yeah.
it was always there.
Right. Very nice. You can see just carved right in, just like that. Very, very cool. A nice little
If you
cafe.
want to eat something later, this is an option. I go here because I do, and I'm an artist.
Okay.
And I do have exhibitions here on the street.
Oh, you do?
The first Sunday
Yeah.
from May to October.
Yeah.
We do have tents over here with our art, with the group.
Wow.
So we display it over here. And if I'm hungry, I go
you
and
go
grab
to this
something.
one. So they've got good food here.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know that there are a lot of other restaurants over here.
Okay.
But I mostly go over there, but just because our group do have a contract with them, so we did get discounts.
Okay.
So,
very nice. Yeah. And I can see, cheeseburger, veggie burger, pretty standard fare.
soups,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Very nice.
So
Okay.
we go over the bridge.
Okay.
Leonard, thanks for that. Leonard. So we are now in this play street.
Yeah.
So where children are allowed to play all day.
Yeah.
And
it's
normally-
20 kilometers per hour.
Yes.
Yeah. Very nice.
And we do have the cliff sides on one hand,
Oh yeah.
and the other side the river. Oh, just be careful.
Yeah. Have to go up over. Oh yeah.
And you can see some entrances from the Casamato.
Yeah.
You a few decades ago maybe go in.
Yeah. Huh. Fascinating.
This is one of the older bike infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
I think they renovated the street
Yeah.
a few years ago, but it's quite old. From this infrastructure you can nearly go from the south
Mm-hmm.
of the country
Yeah.
to like a little bit further than the middle of the country,
Wow.
and even to from the French border
Yeah.
to the German border in nearly the top.
Look at that.
And I used to run this distance.
Yeah.
Our city down to visit a friend
Mm-hmm.
with another bike,
Yeah.
about a cargo bike with the children,
Yeah.
and it was 50 kilometers, and
Wow.
I did it 2 times a day.
Yeah.
So one way over there and one way back.
Wow.
With I needed 2 batteries for it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
to recharge them.
Yeah. Yeah. But what a fun ride.
Yeah. This one
Yeah.
is the train
Okay.
route. You can see that it goes to Germany.
Ah,
I think when you came from Germany, you arrived on this.
I was on that. Yeah.
And then
Fabulous.
if you ride with the train
Mm-hmm.
to the north,
Mm-hmm.
you do have a really beautiful view
Mhm.
of the city. It's
Okay.
really nice from the bridges.
Yeah.
Because this train station is so high up.
Yeah.
So we do have to take a little bit of momentum because there's a steep hill there.
Okay. All right.
I do like these lights because they light
Yeah.
up when it's dark.
Oh yeah.
So they have motion sensors in it.
Mhm.
So if they see somebody coming or another light going on,
Right.
they respond on it and go on.
Nice.
So you don't have to ride in the dark.
Yeah.
And the city does not have to provide all day long or all night long light for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, intelligent light systems.
And even though we are quite close to the city, you can see old infrastructure.
Yeah, the relics,
It's abandoned.
Yeah.
And we will go through a forested area, even though we are in a forest later on.
Yeah.
On the top of the hill, there's the city.
Yeah.
So we go in the valley, around the city.
Yeah.
And it's really cold and nice down there because we're following the river.
Ah, nice. Oh yeah, more construction here.
I have the feeling there's always construction in the city.
Yeah. Yep, that is a given. And it looks like they are trying to use the red color for the bike lanes.
But sometimes it's quite confusing.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do the red color, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just a crossing for pedestrians, and sometimes it's for bikes too, but because just the cars get the signs, you don't know it. So sometimes if it's for you as a bicyclist or not.
Yeah.
How long will you stay in Luxembourg City?
Just 2 nights.
2 nights.
Yeah.
So we're leaving Friday.
Yeah.
So we have 3.
Friday for Strasbourg.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I heard Strasbourg should be really nice for bikes too.
Yeah, I was there in 2015, and so I look forward to very nice bike street.
But they have the signs.
Yeah.
But it's not official law that it's a bike street.
Right.
So it's just like we do have signs.
Yeah.
But no law backing
Yeah.
it up to be a bike street.
Yeah. Which means that you're in the same situation that the Netherlands is in.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Fietsstraat is not an official street in the law books. Yeah. Now Belgium it is. They passed it in Belgium, but in the Netherlands they have never codified it as an official legal street.
I did not know.
Yeah. And so each city and municipality and province has a different approach to how they implement it, and some of them won't use the signs or the symbols that say Fietsstraat because it's not an official designation, and so they don't want to use a legal term if it's not a legal construct.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I know our city now has like a bike street, but they do have like some sort of sign that's really confusing, I think.
Yeah.
Because it does have show the street with
Yeah.
both ways for bicycles.
Yeah.
And that the car should pass.
Oh,
slowly
should
and
pass.
just if it's safe. If there's
just
no
if it's
other
safe.
car coming or
Right.
enough space.
Yeah, yeah. So
But
that's
I don't like it.
That's a pretty confusing sign.
Yes, it's really confusing. And I don't like the sign and I don't like the concept, even though they just made the street new last year.
Yeah.
And it was not the city itself who did it,
Okay.
but the country.
Okay.
Because it's one of the official country roads.
Ah.
Not a country road like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
US,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's owned by the whole country.
Yeah, yeah. It's a state-owned.
Yes.
Yeah, state-owned road.
Yeah. So this is one of the really old bike paths we are on now.
Yeah. And you notice how chilly it is already.
And
So this is
it's
we're
really
down.
wide.
Yeah. Super wide. You could tell this was probably a motor vehicle road at some point in time.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But
Yeah, because you look at the infrastructure here.
yes.
That looks like it was Once for cars, but now for people.
Yeah, but it is, I think, more than 20 years now they do
Yeah.
have it as a bicycle path.
Yeah. They were probably having trouble with erosion because of the
Yes.
river here.
Yes.
And so that probably just said, you know what, let's not try to keep this alive as a motor
The
vehicle.
problem is also when
Yeah.
there are high waters,
Yeah.
it floods everything here.
Yeah, it does.
So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're riding everywhere and you need this path
Yeah.
to be pristine to ride on it,
Yeah.
you cannot do this sometimes in the year.
Yeah.
A few years ago it was just like 2 times in the winter where you
Yeah.
could not use the path,
Yeah.
and now it's becoming even worse
Right.
because we do have now floods in summer,
Yeah.
and it's really ridiculous.
Yep. Yep. That is understandable, and it kind of explains why they basically said no more cars, let's turn it over to the people.
It's
Yeah.
some cars are allowed in here,
Okay.
but it's just people
Yeah.
that live on the street.
Live on the street. Yeah.
It's the round sign
Yeah. Yeah.
with the red.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see there because we went through that modal
Yes.
filter, so the cars can't go through.
No, they can just come
Yeah.
from this side. From
Yeah.
the other side they cannot pass.
Yeah.
It goes straight on.
And there's Rue, Sac-le-Beau, and it continues.
Yes. And as you can see, there's also a motor filter
Yeah.
just for the for bikes to go through or pedestrians.
Yeah.
Just for emergency vehicles, they do have like this big opening.
Yeah. And we've got our counter right here. We are counted. Yeah, I look forward to welcoming you to our YouTube family.
Thank you.
Yeah. Woo!
Usually the front, but I think we take a little detour. It's not so steep anymore.
Woo! Yeah,
This is when you don't
Woo-hoo.
take one of the lifts
right.
to get from the valley back up.
Woo. But the good news is I've got enough gears on this.
Yeah.
I just need a better motor. Woo. That was a good workout.
Yes. I went down there and back up when I tested my first cargo bags,
Yeah.
and it was like, okay, I think I do need a motor, but
Oh yeah.
because I tested the first thing I tested was a bullet
Yeah, yeah.
without a motor.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, you do this now for more than
Yeah.
8 years,
Yeah.
and you did always without a motor and with a trailer on it.
Yeah.
So it's not that hard.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to climb up this and was like, no. I think I do like the motor.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is one of the newer signs, or
Oh yeah.
one of the first signs they had
Yeah, yeah.
for the bicycle streets.
Oh right.
And they had it in the valley. There was one,
Okay.
I think 2018.
Yeah.
And I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
But it was on cobblestone, so it's not that comfortable to ride on.
Right.
But it was still really nice
Yeah.
to have something for bicyclists that says, okay, it's your road, you can go there.
Right. Yeah. And some creative art on the walls there.
Queen's Garden over there.
Nice.
We are going now And now we're sharing the street
Yes.
Because it's still bus lane.
Yeah.
Only, actually. But not all, most of the bus lanes in the countries do have either a separated bike lane beside it,
Right.
or you can use it as a bicyclist.
Okay.
So, and now at the end of the street we go right. And we are nearly at the... It's not the right way to do it, but...
This is the way we have to do it. Yeah.
This bike path, and it goes a long way this direction.
Uh-huh.
But I think they should do something about the end, because then you are left alone there. It's just ending on a big street like this one.
Right.
And it does not say how you can go further.
Right.
Bike. But luckily I do not have to go there this often.
Right, right.
So now we're going over the bridge where we cross the train tracks.
Check. Backside of the old historic train station. A huge network of train tracks.
Yes.
Wow. It's where the world comes to Luxembourg.
Yeah, that's the point.
We are back at the main train station. We just did a big loop.
Yes.
So much fun.
And so much new in this city.
Yeah, and so much new. Again, you've got to be just beaming at how much easier it is for you and your family to get around by bike now.
Yes.
Yeah. That is really, really good stuff.
Hey everyone, John here with the Active Towns channel, just popping in here before we get to the very, very end to say thank you so very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Hey, if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And if you haven't done so already, be honored to have you subscribe to the channel. Just click on that subscription button down below and ring the notifications bell. Okay, let's get to the end with Jennifer.
There's a little doggy that had a death wish. Yay. Fantastic. Jennifer, thank you so very much. This has been so much fun. Thank you for showing me your city.
You're welcome.
Any final thoughts that you would leave the audience with, especially cities and moms and advocates that are trying to make their city safer? Any advice from being here in the trenches? And
yes, I did start going in the political route in my city because I saw that there are some things that are missed. So I tried to go this route and be an advocate and go there with some other people that are like-minded and say how this is what's good and that might be not so good.
That's great. I love it. Again, thank you so much. High five. Woohoo! High five. Boom. Boom. Okay, cool. I've got some stickers for you. Yay!
And again, sending a huge thank you out to all my Active Towns ambassadors supporting the channel on Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, YouTube Super Thanks, as well as making contributions to the nonprofit. Every little bit adds up and it's much appreciated. Thank you all so much.